Good day, respected teachers, classmates, and guests. I am Mary Christine G. Andaya, and today I will be presenting my research entitled Challenges and Teaching Strategies of Filipino Assistant Language Teachers or ALTs in Japanese English classrooms. I chose this topic because this is closely connected to my personal professional experiences. Currently, I'm working as an assistant language teacher in Japan. Every day, I interact with Japanese students, uh, Japanese teachers of English or JTEs, and members of the school community. And through these experiences, I have observed both the rewards and challenges of teaching English in a foreign educational setting. As a Filipino educator working abroad, I have experienced cultural adjustment, language barriers, differences in classroom expectations, and the need to continuously adapt teaching methods. These experiences inspired me to investigate whether other Filipino ALTs experience similar situations and how they successfully overcome these challenges. My goal is not only to document these experiences, but also to contribute meaningful insights that can support future Filipino educators and improve English language education in Japan. Before discussing the details of the study, let me briefly present the structure of my presentation. First, I will discuss the introduction and the background of the study. Next, I will present the research problem and the research questions. After that, I will explain the theoretical and conceptual frameworks that guide the study. I will then discuss the relevant literature and previous studies. Following the literature review, I will explain the research methodology, including the respondents, instruments, data gathering, and the thematic analysis. Finally, I represent the expected outcome and significance of the study before concluding my presentation. Now, to understand the significance of this study, it is important to first recognize the global importance of English. Today, English serves as the world's most widely used international language. It functions as a global lingua franca, allowing people uh, uh, to communicate from different countries and culture to communicate effectively. In the field of business, English is often considered as essential skill for employment and career advancement. Many multinational companies require employees to possess English communication skills because international collaboration has become increasingly common. In education, English is the dominant language used in academic publications, international conferences, and higher education institutions worldwide. Students who possess strong English skills often gain access to broader educational and professional opportunities. From my experience as an ALT, I have noticed that Japanese schools increasingly emphasize communication skills rather than simply memorizing grammar rules. The goal is not merely to pass examinations, but to prepare students for participation in an increasingly interconnected world. This global significance of English provides the foundation for understanding why Japan continues to invest heavily in English language education. English education plays a major role in Japan's educational system. English is taught from elementary through senior high school and considered as a core academic subject. Recognizing the importance of globalization, the Japanese government has implemented various reforms aimed at strengthening English communication skills among the students. MEXT, or the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science, and Technology, which is commonly known as MEXT. The counterpart of this in the Philippines is the DepEd and CHED, has introduced significant educational initiatives. These initiatives include curriculum revisions, increased English instruction hours, um, in earlier English exposure at the elementary level, and stronger emphasis on communicative language teaching. One important initiative is the use of assistant language teacher, or ALTs. ALTs work alongside Japanese teacher of English to create more communicative and interactive English learning experiences. As an ALT myself, I have observed that students often become more engaged when exposed to authentic communication opportunities. One effective practice in Japanese schools in integrating English into a real-life context, instead of simply teaching vocabulary list, successful lessons encourage students to use English for meaningful communication. This aligns with international best practices in language education. Uh, the role of assistant language teacher, they play a crucial role. They play a crucial role in Japanese English classrooms. Although responsibilities may vary from school to school, ALTs generally support Japanese teachers of English through team teaching, lesson planning, activity facilitation, and cultural exchange. One of the primary responsibilities is helping students improve oral communication skills. My Japanese students possess strong grammatical knowledge but often lack confidence in speaking English. ALTs help them create opportunities for authentic communication and encourage students to use English actively. Another important role of the ALTs is cultural exchange. As Filipino ALTs, we introduce students to different perspectives, traditions, and ways of life. This contributes to intercultural understanding, which is increasingly important in today's global society. One strategy I personally use is creating a safe classroom environment where students are not afraid of making mistakes. Research consistently shows that students learn languages more effectively when they feel comfortable taking risks and participating in communication activities. Now, this slide highlights why Filipino ALTs deserve specific attention in educational research. Filipino educators bring several unique strengths in Japanese classrooms. First is English proficiency. The Philippines is recognized as one of the leading English-speaking countries in Asia. As a result, Filipino ALTs are generally able to communicate effectively and provide authentic English language exposure. Secondly is their adaptability. Filipinos are known for their ability to adjust to diverse environments and cultures. This adaptability is special valuable in uh, Japan, where cultural norms and educational practice may differ significantly from those in the Philippines. Next is creativity. Now, Filipino teachers, as we all know, often incorporate games, storytelling, role play activities, and interactive learning experiences into their lesson. Our strength as Filipino teachers are very effective in terms of preparing instructional materials. Fourth is uh, Filipino teachers are learner-centered uh, instruction, because as educators, I mean Filipino educators, we generally uh, prioritize student participation, engagement, and individual support. One successful strategy used by many ALTs is combining communicative activities with cultural relevance. For example, introducing Filipino culture through simple English communication. This activity helps students learn language while developing intercultural awareness. This creates a more meaningful learning experience. Research gap. Despite the growing number of Filipino ALTs working in Japan, relatively few students focus specifically on their experiences. Most existing research um, examines ALTs in general without distinguishing Filipino educators from other groups. This creates a significant research gap. While we know a great deal about ALT programs in general, we know far about the unique challenges, strategies, and experiences of Filipino ALTs. For example, how do Filipino ALTs adapt to Japanese educational culture? How do they overcome language barriers? What teaching strategies are most effective in Japanese classrooms? How do they collaborate with Japanese teachers of English? And this study seeks to answer these questions and contribute new knowledge to the field of language education. Let's move on to the statement of the problem. Now, This study aims to explore the challenges and teaching strategies of Filipino ALTs in Japanese English classrooms. Specifically, the study seeks to identify the challenges experienced by Filipino ALTs. The researcher wants to examine the strategies they use and understand student responses, investigate collaboration with JTEs, and explore cultural and professional alignment. These objectives are important because they provide a comprehensive understanding of ALT experience from multiple perspectives. The first research question asks, what challenges do Filipino ALTs encounter in Japanese English classrooms? Based on existing literature and personal experience, several challenges commonly emerge. One challenge is a language barrier. Although English is language of instruction, communication with students and staff sometimes require basic Japanese language skills. Another challenge is cultural differences. Japanese classrooms often emphasize order, respect, and group harmony, which may differ from educational practice in the Philippines. Another challenge include classroom management, limited orientation programs, and students who are reluctant to speak English and adapting to team teaching arrangements. Many successful ALTs address these challenges through continuous professional development, learning basic Japanese, observing experienced teachers, and building strong relationships with colleagues. The second research question focuses on the teaching strategies used by Filipino ALTs. Now, many Filipino ALTs employ communicative language teaching or CLT. This approach encourage students to use English for authentic communication rather than simply memorizing rules. Common strategies include role-playing, pair work, group discussions, games, visual aids, and scaffolded instruction. From my own experience, students respond particularly well to interactive activities because this reduces anxiety and increase participation. One highly effective strategy is scaffolding. Instead of asking students to immediately perform difficult speaking tasks, teachers gradually build skills through modeling and guided practice and support. This increases student confidence and leads to greater success in communication activities. The third research question focuses on student responses to the teaching strategies used by Filipino ALTs. This question is particularly important because the effectiveness of any teaching strategy can ultimately be measured through student engagement, participation, and learning outcomes. Based on previous studies and my personal experience as ALT, students generally respond positively to interactive and communicative teaching approaches. Many Japanese students are initially hesitant to speak English because they fear making mistakes. Well, in Japan, students often value accuracy and may avoid speaking if they are unsure of the correct answer. However, when ALTs introduce games or role-playing activities, pair work, and communicative tasks, students become more willing to participate. I have personally observed students who are initially shy gradually becomes more confident after repeated exposure to communicative activities. One of the effective strategy is uh, creating classroom atmosphere where mistakes are viewed as part of learning rather than failures. Students become more confident when teachers praise effort rather than perfection, and a positive environment significantly increases students' willingness to communicate in English. The fourth research question examines how collaboration between Filipino ALTs and Japanese teachers of English affects the quality of English instruction. Team teaching is one of the most unique aspects of English education in Japan. Unlike traditional teaching environments, where one teacher manages the classroom independently, Japanese English classroom often involve two professionals working together, and effective ALT-JTE collaboration offers several benefits. First is it combines the strengths of both educators. The JTE provides expertise in curriculum requirements, grammar instruction, and classroom management, while the ALT contributes authentic English communication and cultural perspective. So in short, ALTs, as ALTs, we only do the IMs, the instructional materials, and the JTEs are the ones who implement that or teach that in the classroom. And as ALTs, while JTEs are teaching, we are in support to the activities that we have designed. Second, collaboration creates more dynamic and engaging lessons. Students benefit from different voices. Another is teaching styles and cultural perspectives. So I think the successful ALT-JTE's partnership are built on communication based on my experience. Also, we do regular planning meetings, shared lesson objectives, and mutual respect, which are significantly uh, observed to improve educational effectiveness. Many experienced ALTs recommend discussing lesson goals before class rather than simply improvising during instruction. The fifth research question focuses on how Filipino ALTs adjust culturally and professionally within the Japanese educational context. Adjustment is often one of the most challenging aspects of working abroad, and Japanese schools operate within a culture that values respect, hierarchy, punctuality, group harmony, and professionalism. For many Filipino ALTs, adapting to these expectations requires patience and continuous learning. As ALT myself, I learned that understanding Japanese workplace and their culture is just as important as teaching English. Simple practices such as arriving early, following school protocols, and uh, demonstrating respect for colleagues helps establish positive relationships. Well, successful cultural adjustment begins with observation and openness. And instead of immediately comparing practices to those in the Philippines, effective ALTs seek to understand why certain traditions and expectations exist. This mindset, I think, promotes professional growth and smoother integration into the school community. Now, this study is anchored to communicative language teaching, or CLT, developed by Delheims. CLT emphasizes that language learning occurs most effectively when students use language for meaningful education and meaningful communication rather than focusing solely on grammar drills or memorization. CLT encourages students to actively use language in authentic situations. Well, this theory is particularly relevant in Japanese English education because one of the country's major educational goals is improving students' communicative competence. Now, as an ALT, I regularly use CLT principles in my lessons. Students learn more effectively when they are actively engaged in speaking, listening, and in interacting with others. Research consistently demonstrate that communication-focused instruction leads to greater confidence and practical language skills. Now, students learn more effectively when they are actively engaged in speaking, listening, and interacting with others. And based on research, um, it consistently demonstrates that communication-focused instruction leads to greater confidence and practical language skills. Now, this slide presents example of how communicative language teaching is applied in Japanese English classrooms. These activities include pair work, role-playing games, interviews, and group discussion. Among these activities, role-playing is particularly effective because it allows students to practice realistic communication scenarios. For example, students may simulate ordering food in a restaurant or introducing themselves to a foreign visitor. For me, one highly effective approach is called structured communication. Rather than asking students to speak freely immediately, um, as teacher, we provide sentence patterns and vocabulary support. This reduces anxiety while uh, I mean, this reduces their anxiety, the students' anxiety while promoting authentic communication. And as student gains confidence, support can gradually uh, and support. The student from this, a student would gain confidence and support can gradually be removed. The second theory guiding this study is the Vygotsky's social cultural theory. According to this theory, learning occurs through social interaction. Now, students develop knowledge through communication and collaboration with teachers, um, peers, and more knowledgeable individuals. A central concept of this theory is the ZPD, or Zone of Proximal Development. This refers to the difference between what students can do independently and what they can accomplish with support. In ALT classrooms, teachers provide guidance that helps students gradually develop independence and confidence. Now, this theory is applied through scaffolding, collaboration, guided learning, and peer interaction. Scaffolding is one of the means where it involves providing temporary support to students as they learn new concepts. For example, teachers may model pronunciation, provide sentence starters, or demonstrate communication tasks before expecting students to perform independently. As an ALT, I use gradual release strategies. First, the student, I mean, would look or observe the teacher um, models the activity. So, and next, the student practice together. We practice together, and then finally, the student would perform independently. This approach reduces anxiety and improves learning outcomes. Now, this study uses the IPO model, the input, process, and output model. This model provides a systematic framework to understand how experiences and teaching strategies are transformed into meaningful findings. The IPO model ensures that all aspects of research are logically connected. It helps organize the study and provides a clear pathway from collection to conclusion and recommendation. Now, the input component includes four key elements: challenges faced by Filipino ALTs, teaching strategies employed, student participation patterns, JTE collaboration dynamics. Now, the process component involves collecting and analyzing data. This includes questionnaires, interviews, coding responses, and conducting thematic analysis. The goal is to transform raw data into meaningful themes that answer the research questions. Now, the output component focuses on the expected outcomes of the study, which includes better understanding of ALT's experiences, identification of effective strategies, recommendations of ALT programs, and improved instructional practices. Ultimately, the study seeks to contribute to both research and practice. Now let's move on to the theme of this research. Japan's educational reforms increasingly emphasize communicative competence and real-world English use. Now, because next, based on the policy they implemented, they are making reforms to strengthen English language education across all schools in Japan, which emphasizes communicative competence on grammar instruction. In fact, the Philippines and um, the Japanese government has partnered to for them to effectively um, implement this this program. One of their programs, as being partners in terms of um, English teaching English language or TEL is the course being open in the University of the Philippines Open University as a short course, which is English learning language. Now, research shows that ALT increase students' motivation, confidence, and intercultural awareness. This is I think, the major role of ALTs, as they are one of the native speakers of English, and also they master the cultural exchange opportunities. As we share, as an ALT, we share our cultural practice here in the Philippines, and that we are also adaptable in terms of team teaching practices. Um, the Filipino ALTs, because communication challenges remain one of the most commonly reported issues among ALTs. Next is the language barrier. Um, Communication challenges remain as one of the most commonly reported issues among ALTs. Next is the cultural differences. Now, ALTs adjustments to Japanese workplace uh, norms and educational expectations significantly influences ALT effectiveness. Next would be the teaching strategies. Communicative teaching, differentiation, visual aids, interactive activities, or the RIMs consistently improve student engagement. Next would be the collaboration between ALT and JTE. Well, strong collaboration leads to better lesson quality and improve student outcome, such as we do co-planning lesson, role distribution, communication patterns, and we study a well-structured collaboration that improves the student motivation and confidence, and overall to improve English proficiency outcome. The synthesis of literature. The literature reveals 5 major themes, which are communication, adaptation, collaboration, student engagement, uh, professional growth. These themes directly directly support the research questions and provide the conceptual foundation for the students. Um, they also provide a conceptual foundation for the study. This study employs a qualitative descriptive research design, and approach is appropriate because it allows participants to describe their experiences in their own words. Qualitative research provides deeper understanding compared to purely numerical data. It allows the researcher to explore emotions, perceptions, challenges, and personal experiences. Now, this study also will be conducted in selected schools across Japan where Filipino ALTs are currently employed, including participants from multiple prefectures to ensure the diversity of experiences and perspectives. This increases the richness and credibility of the findings. Well, the respondents consist of 10 to 20 Filipino ALTs currently teaching in Japan. And these participants possess direct experiences related to the research problem. Their insights are expected to provide meaningful information about challenges and effective teaching practices. Purposive sampling was used, may be used because participants possess specific experiences relevant to the study. This approach ensures that the data comes from individuals who can provide rich and meaningful information. Now, the two primary instruments will be used are questionnaires and semi-structured interviews, because the questionnaire gathers broad information from participants, while interviews provide deeper understanding of individual experiences, and using both instruments um, enhances the quality and credibility of the data. Now, the questionnaire structures would be uh, divided into two sections. The first section gathers demographic information, and then the second section contains open-ended questions that allow participants to describe their experiences, challenges, and teaching strategies. Now, this format encourages detailed and authentic responses. Now, the interview guide will focus on the key themes such as challenges, teaching strategies, collaboration, adjustment, and student engagement. Semi-structured interviews allow flexibility while ensuring consistency across participants. To ensure validity, all instruments will undergo advisor review and expert validation. Feedback will be used to revise and improve the instruments before data collection. This process ensures accuracy, clarity, and relevance. Now, the study follows five systematic steps. First would be instrument validation, ethics approval, questionnaire distribution, interviews, data analysis, and following a structured process ensures reliability, ethical compliance, and research integrity. The thematic analysis involves familiarization, coding, uh, theme identification, and interpretation. This method allows the researcher to identify identify meaningful patterns across participant responses. The resulting themes will provide answers to the research questions. Now, ethics are essential in research. Now, with this, participants will be informed about the study's purpose, and participation will be voluntary, and confidentiality, anonymity, and privacy will be protected at all times. These principles ensure respect for participants and uphold research integrity. Now, the references, and this study is supported by reputable literature and language education. communicative teaching, sociocultural theory, ALT experiences, and qualitative research. These references provide scholarly foundation for the study. Now, as an end, this study seeks to better understand the experiences of Filipino ALTs or assistant language teachers in Japan. And as Filipino ALT myself, I believe our experiences deserve greater attention because they can provide valuable insights into effective English language teaching, cross-cultural adaptation, and international education. And I hope that through this research, that the finding of this study will contribute to improving support systems for Filipino educators abroad and strengthening English language education in Japanese schools. Now, in addition, as someone who experiences these realities every day in Japanese classrooms, um, this research is more than an academic requirement. It is an opportunity for me to give voice to Filipino educators working abroad and to continue meaningful knowledge that can improve educational practice, intercultural understanding, and support systems for future assistant language teachers in Japan. Thank you very much for your time and attention in listening to my research presentation. Have a great day.